Hello there, April. We are live
Why,
on Channel
hello.
4. Fuck and bugger.
Ah, this just Mackie D. We're not even 3 seconds in, and you're
Fuck
already
and
ruining the
bugger.
Channel 4 rules.
I mean, the Channel 4 rules, those Channel 4 rules only applied to Bow Selector, which is a show that wouldn't air now.
Ooh, excuse me.
God, Bow
I like
Selector.
Buzz Selector.
Certainly a time. Now,
Hmm.
as is tradition, is this real or fake?
I personally feel that this is fake, and I can give you an explanation for this if you would like me to.
Certainly.
So the one reason why I think it's fake is because if you look at the top of the spire where the dragon is, the roof on one of the spires is connected to a spire at the side. However, there is another spire that's before that in the picture, and it is not correct in regards to where it would be on the top. So I'm going to say
Not,
fake.
I mean, not necessarily, since it doesn't look like a completely symmetrical tower.
It's not, but I don't think they would have just stuck a random roof on top without making another spire,
I mean,
especially not in the
you have
middle.
to understand. There's a dragon surrounding the
Hey,
castle.
Matthew D, I can suspend my disbelief for certain things, but not for
Yes,
architecture. Not for.
The vein dragon, perfectly legit. Vein dragon,
Yes,
solid, completely real. Tower roof, fuck that shit.
exactly.
Well, you're correct. It is fake,
Hey.
but it would be a very good model.
If it not for the roof, it would be a fantastic model.
I just don't know why the dragon's like veiny.
I don't know why the dragon's
It's
veiny
it's
either. It's a cool
very
design.
it is cool. It's very symbiote esque.
Yeah, exactly. But it does make me wonder, is it one of those dragons that flies? Or is it a dragon that just slides across the floor really awkwardly towards people?
I'm not sure. It might just attach it like the way it looks almost parasitic. It might just attach itself to a horse, and then if the horse can fly, it can fly.
It's a flying castle.
Oh, the original. This is the original artwork for Howl's Moving Castle.
Exactly.
Yes. Obviously, let's start with tech. Our resident tech human isn't here, but in the spirit of Lee, April will answer
Yes,
tech
I will.
because April also does tech.
Yes.
Lee just fixes my stupid issues and then gets very confused as to why I have these issues. And I still have some issues that Lee has no idea what happens because
Very much so.
technology.
Yes.
But obviously, CES was happening recently.
That's the gaming convention.
The Tech Expo.
Oh, the Tech Expo. What am I thinking of? E3.
CEX, probably. E3.
CX. There we go.
But
Something along those lines.
how much would you pay to toast your steak?
As in, like, to toast it with flames or to put it in a toaster.
To put it in an air quotes toaster.
I could do that for free myself, but if it's some fancy restaurant thing that I wanted to give a try, the most I would probably pay is about £30.
£30. Okay, now what? How quick would you like your steak cooked?
Oh, I do like my steak cooked to medium rare, so
I see. So about
probably
1:30, 1 minute 30, correct?
yeah, probably.
Because at 3,500 toaster for steak, this Weird Eye Perfecta grill promises sizzling meat in 2 minutes.
I mean, like it's getting to the point now where appliances are 50 and one, and they'll promise to babysit your kids and take your dog for a walk and shit
Oh,
with
well,
all this
don't
like
worry.
stuff
There's
that
a
they can
there's a
do.
child related one as well. We'll get to that.
Oh, you can grill your child.
You can grill your
Oh,
child. But no,
I'll pay money for that.
um, what it is I don't think I'd want this in my house. Not only because it apparently cooks steak at 2 minutes, um, but the fact that it goes to temperatures of over 1,000 degrees. I just
That
wouldn't
just,
want anything that can go 1,000 degrees in my house.
I think that's overachieving for what it needs to be. The thing that scares me is that it can cut your steak. And if I
Yes.
accidentally put my hands in here while it's not like while it's glitched out or some shit, I could quite happily have steak flambe fingers.
Yeah, you think you're good, you think you're ready to pick up a steak, you go in, it's just Edward's hands. But
Basically.
apparently,
Oh, oh, you put it in a sideways grill,
well,
right?
yeah, it looks like you have to put it in like a Bacta tank or something. It's great. Like obviously here as you can see, it's the SSD of steak. Isn't Yes, that's rightly the SSD of steak.
Wow,
Just shunted into the machine.
that's it. Why not just cook it normally? If you want to save money, I mean time on grilling your food, you don't have to flash cook it at a
Well,
1,000 degrees.
Well, yeah, but like, doesn't steak normally take a lot longer than 2 minutes? Now you can just go bing, and your steak is done.
I mean, steak doesn't take long at all. My granddad likes his blue, so that means it's kissed
Oh,
both sides from like 50 meters away. And his takes about 30 seconds to cook, whereas mine, at the most, takes about 4 or 5 minutes, I believe. Um, so the whole setting this up and putting your steak in and like siding it up properly to slide in,
uh huh.
and then putting all the buttons and waiting for it to heat up and shit, that will probably take 5 minutes.
Hmm.
So if you want to throw away £3,500, be my guest.
Well, now, April, what do you think of barbecue? I personally am not a huge barbecue person. Do you like barbecue?
My favorite thing about a barbecue is when someone leaves the sausages on for too long and they get burnt. Nothing
Uh,
better
but
than a burnt sausage
but isn't
barbecue.
there an issue with burning stuff? It's the smoke. The smoke of a barbecue. Surely that's the main issue.
Well, the smoke of a barbecue is the whole point of the barbecue. It
Well,
gives the
don't
flavor.
worry. Maybe you did hate the smoke, hypothetically, because I don't really do barbecues. Well,
Okay.
now, G's Profile's new indoor smoker lets you barbecue inside your house, minus all that smoke. Perfect for the UK, where the sun is never seen and the barbecue never happens.
Hmm. I mean, I like this idea. There's been indoor smokers. I think Ninja's got one where you actually put little pieces of wood in it, and it smokes your food as well. So I'm down for this. That's a
Hmm.
cool idea because personally, I think not a lot of people can afford these big, massive, fancy grills that do a bunch of stuff. And if you can have something indoors, and you lived in a flat, and you let's say you were in Australia and you moved to the UK and you missed having barbecues outside, you can bring one indoors now. That's a
Yeah,
cool idea.
it now takes the real wood smoke and turns it into warm air packed with flavour. So there you
Delicious.
go. Now, I right. I think we mentioned this TV, LG's transparent TV.
Oh yeah, they look so cool.
Now,
They have no use, but they're cool.
this is their transparent TV. I kind of don't think I'd like it.
No, it's no good for playing TV on. What this is for is advertisements in shop windows. Is
Oh
when
yeah,
you have your
it's
PC.
great. It's great for adverts. Like, look, there's a fucking fish tank. That's great.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever want it when like watching a movie or something like that.
No, definitely not. The colors are all off. If you had the black screen thing behind it and you were watching TV normally, that's awesome. But I've always thought that it would be really cool to have this technology in the side of a computer, so you can have your GPU specs and stuff, and
That would be
maybe
good.
have like
Yeah, that's
graphics on
fair.
the side.
Well, I think you
Or
may need to make it a bit smaller, unless you
Yeah,
have a
77-inch.
77-inch box.
But overall, I think it's a cool idea. It has its uses, and it also bloody doesn't. For sure. That would be cool in VR though, in like VR
Yeah,
goggles or
yeah,
glasses.
that would be pretty
If
good.
you wanted some like if Google Glass was to reinvent itself, go for it. Have it in one lens. Do you know what I mean?
God, Google
And then
Glass, that
to
was the
be
time.
that was a while ago.
I mean, now isn't there like an Oculus Quest 3? Like VR tech is slowly getting better and more affordable.
Oh, very much so. Apart from Apple, Apple's $4 grand, but
Oh
we'll just
god.
forget about Apple for now.
Yeah. Now,
Oh,
obviously,
excuse me.
we don't have a cat
No.
collectively. However,
Yes,
your animal does eat mice.
it does indeed.
So you never know, maybe you would be fine with a cat bringing your animal a mouse.
I wouldn't be able to stop it, and considering I've been around dead mice a lot, that makes me sound like a mouse serial killer. I'm not a mouse serial
You
killer.
have
I
a
just have a
snake.
pet snake. Yes. Um,
This is
if
your
my cat
snake
brought me
right
dead
here,
things,
connected to a tower, assimilating it.
actually, it was Ethan and Rachel who were here when a dead pigeon, just appeared in our back garden, out of nowhere.
Did their cat bring
Um,
it?
their cat was in the cattery, so it was just a mysterious thing. What I had to do was, because Lee was a fanny, I had to take it out and put it in the bin. But it had rigor mortis by that time, so I was
Charming,
quite surprised that it was.
Well,
There. Lee was like, "There's a pigeon in the garden."
Well, obviously I don't have a cat, but cats are known to bring dead animals.
Very
Now,
much so. Or
if
alive.
you have an outdoor cat, which, is horrible, you shouldn't have an outdoor cat, really, because they're assholes. I mean, cats are assholes. But either way,
Moving
cat,
on.
cat flap. This flappy AI cat door stops your pet from gifting you dead mice.
How does it do that?
If it's got something in its mouth, it won't open the door.
Well, that's the thing, though. Cats automatically have this urge to bring you presents and gifts. And well, normally, as far as I understand, when a cat brings you a dead animal, it's here's something for you to eat.
Mm.
So, like, disturbing the cat's kind of way of giving you a gift is a bit weird, but I appreciate the fact that somebody out there needs that,
Yeah.
because some of their cats are going to be overhunting a bunch and bringing back too much stuff. And there is every now and then I do see videos of when cats bring something back and it is actually a live mouse, so that that does make a lot of sense. I mean, personally, I think that you would have to really be a cat that really was enthusiastic about bringing stuff back to
Yeah,
spend that
like
much money
specifically
on
the dead.
Yeah, completely. So
Like if your cat was a necromancer, then you need to worry.
Oh my god, cats and wizard hats. This
God,
needs to be
yeah.
a thing.
But April, if you had a child, would you like to communicate with the child? Because obviously you can have such a deep, meaningful conversation with a 3-month-old.
It would be nice to know if it needs a shit or if it needs to be fed.
Well,
That would
wouldn't
be
you
good.
know it? AI's here for you. Because this app can translate your baby's cries using AI. Need a poo.
I mean,
I love how it's like demonstrated with plastic baby doll. You don't fucking say.
If it was a real baby, that would be impressive.
Like if that's in
Just
if a
deliberately poke
real
the baby
baby's
to
in the
make it cry.
convention hall, then clearly they're getting done.
I think that in this particular instance, anything that monitors your baby that's connected to the internet and uses AI or anything like that, that isn't just a two-way walkie-talkie that allows you to like listen for if your kid's crying.
I thought you were going to say there is a
gateway
two-way
for,
walkie-talkie, one-way connected to China.
It's just a gateway for people to hack into them and do weird shit. If you have to have your phone there, that's a bit of a weird thing. Having a live stream of your baby.
Also,
so all
like,
of these things make me uncomfortable.
The fact that it is like a phone app as well, like just blasting blue light into the baby's face.
Completely.
Right.
What if I got a really like lewd text and that just bing?
You get a phone call and it's just someone reading creepypasta. God.
Why is your child scarred, April? Well,
Well,
I'm in the middle of a
we wanted
lawsuit
to know
at
if
the
it
minute.
wanted to shit, and it did when we told it some horror stories. But April, do you like birds?
I love birds.
Well, can you identify a bird on sight?
I'm actually better at it than I thought I was, so I'll give it a go.
Oh, well, maybe you won't need this because these smart binoculars can identify birds and animals for you.
That's insane. That's cool. I like
Yes,
that.
so you keep it on the animal for a few seconds. It has 900 species of birds and other wildlife.
9,000
And
species,
it
yeah.
costs nearly £5,000. However,
That's impressive.
you know, as you can see, it's like, what the fuck's that? It's a bird.
That's, yeah, what's this one?
I'd
It
love
does
it
it
if it
faster
just.
than me, no!
I'd love it if it just went bird.
You have identified a bird.
I'd love it if it was just really fucking basic, just like bird.
Yeah. This
Dog?
is a
Question
blue
mark.
bird. You have found a dog.
900 species of bird. Bird.
9,000 species.
Yeah, birds and other wildlife. Bird. Big bird. Yellow bird.
That's definitely a tit.
Oh, yes. Well, speaking
No,
of tits.
it's actually pointing at a boob.
Well, speaking of tits, Elon Musk.
Oh, yes, but the
Now-
biggest tit.
Elon Musk, would you like to see his new AI?
If he's put it with that fucking creepy sex robot, then fucking hell
No,
yeah.
look at this, April. Wowee.
That's AI. Hey,
Wow.
hold up. Was that an actual thing he... Because that... What?
So that's for his new AI. Do you think that his AI made it? So you can see.
I mean, someone used, like... I mean, wait, hold up. Mandy,
Don't worry, April.
don't just come at us with stuff like this.
I'll
and
answer
I
the
don't
question for you.
understand.
So obviously he has this like panther, you know, purple. Remember the color. Bang, fancy. Let me just quickly type After Effects Panther on YouTube. Okay, interesting. Oh, there's a video from 3 years ago.
Oh.
That's cool.
Have they
That's
just
it's
stolen the
red
video?
though, completely different.
So hold up. Wait. What's it? Is he stealing something for one? And
Yes.
if he's stealing something and blaming it on AI, why not steal something better than that?
Well,
What's happening with
he's
Musk?
stealing and using unedited stock assets promoting this.
Wow.
Nailed it.
Yeah, 10 out of 10, Musky boy.
Da-da-da. Now you're thinking with Panther.
I am.
Well, you know what? You want to see a cool plane?
Yeah.
Here's a cool plane. It's apparently a super silent super jet. Looks kind of like Concorde.
That's what I was just about to say. It looks like a mix between a paper plane and a Concorde.
Yep. It's
looks
apparently,
cool.
air quotes, silent. I like that it's in quotes.
I mean, if that's because... I wonder how it breaks the sound barrier then. Because
It goes
it's
at
quite a few
1.4
planes.
times the speed of sound.
Yeah, so I'm wondering how it manages to do that without...
Without the sonic boom.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe it's just the way that it goes from one speed to another. That means that it's... That means that it's like slower to ram up to that speed, if that makes sense.
It apparently produces a soft thump instead of a sonic boom.
Wow.
I mean, obviously,
insane.
it's a thing from NASA. I don't think they're going to be like, hey, this is how we did it. But, can you tell me what powers planes?
Gasoline or rocket fuel? I think it's just normal jet fuel.
It's
plane
made of cotton
fuel.
wool. I mean, honestly, cotton wool would suppress the plane. You are correct.
Hold up. Cotton wool?
No, it's Fry's making a joke.
Oh. I was
However,
thinking, cotton wool?
what fuels planes is poop. because this poop-powered plane, plug your nose, as this stinky biofuel may be the future of sustainable aviation.
I'm down for that. Anything to move away from fossil fuels, go for it. I'm happy to sit in this shit
Just
plane.
imagine though, we've lost all power. Quick, everyone, shit in the toilet.
Does anybody need to take a shit? Why? We're running out of fuel.
Your country needs you. The turbines have stopped spinning.
Torpedoes.
Dear God. This big dude who's just had 5 meals. He's just like, step back. This is
I'm
my
glad I had
time.
Taco Bell this morning. Oh.
Just comes
I
out
would-
of the toilet a national hero.
Oh yes. I wish that was the story that I ended up in the newspaper for. You know that dude who shat in the plane and made a turn around because his shat stinks. His shit stinks so bad.
We actually covered that.
I wanted to be that person. I literally think that would be the funniest story to tell my grandkids.
This is how you wish to go down.
Well, Grandma once took a shit so nasty in a plane, I made it turn around after 20 minutes. And then everyone's like,
Her grandpa, was that true?
Grandma,
Yes.
you're a hero.
Yes, shit was crazy. Now,
Grandpa,
April,
you were there.
video games.
Yes.
Do you remember Game Shark?
Sorry. Game Shark, yes, I do.
Can you tell me a little bit about them?
So wasn't Game Shark that company that did? No, wait. Am I thinking about? Fuck. There was another one with a cat. Game Shark, was that the one that did all of the fancy Nintendo plugins?
Yes. Yes, you are correct. It is that.
Because I remember years and years ago, if you didn't like someone, you used to hand them the Game Shark controller because it would be the janky one. I think one of the things that they did really well was the Wave Boy. You know, the one that you plugged in
Yeah.
to
They
make your
also
thing
did
wireless.
cheats as well, like for games.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was back in the day when cheats like that were there.
Yes.
The PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games. That was peak gaming.
Now, what if I told you Game Shark is back?
Oh, you're
You
gonna hit
see-
all of my nostalgia buttons.
Now, right. This, okay, hold on.
Oh.
Game Shark, the people who own Game Shark now and who have brought it back say that it will be 10 times the level of, renown that its predecessor was, because this is Game Shark AI. So Game
Stop
Shark...
putting AI in everything.
Yeah, well, you see, Game Shark is no longer a cheater. It's been turned into an AI-powered hint giver.
That's the same as I don't need hints.
I mean that's also the same as me going, how do you do this quest, by typing it into Google.
Exactly. I mean, if it showed up on your screen as you were playing the game, and you were just about to complete the puzzle, I would be so fucking pissed at that. And if it came up at the screen at the wrong time, because it takes challenge out of games. Sometimes I feel like when you can just Google the answer. I was playing The Last Guardian the other day, and I was stuck on a level for ages, and then I finally gave in and looked at the walkthrough. But I like the challenge.
Yeah, same.
So I think if something just pulled up on the screen, I'd be off by it.
Well, what is weird is when they announced this, they may have also accidentally leaked the Nintendo Switch too, because they were saying that Game Shark will even work on the Nintendo Switch too. So, like, loads of people have been like, did they just leak this random fucking platform from, like, the 90s?
I really hope that if they do bring out a Nintendo Switch 2, that it's something completely different from the Nintendo Switch 1. However, I've got a feeling it might be kind of like it might kind of suffer from like iPhone phobia.
Maybe. I mean, we'll just have to see what Lorne does, because traditionally, if anyone's going to get it, it'll be Lorne, and Lorne will have like an in-depth opinion of it.
I will ask Lorne when it comes
Lorne
out.
just straight up got rid of his Switch and got an OLED.
I mean, I would do the same, considering that your Nintendo account is just linked, so you can just
Yeah, that's
download all the
true.
games again. They
Now-
have cloud software now, so that's cool.
Obviously, DLC is a thing.
Mm,
Now, how
It
much
depends-
would you pay for a bundle of ships in a space game?
Are we talking about whatever its face is,
Yes.
Star Citizen,
Uh-huh.
I think it's called,
Yeah.
because my old boss spent £3,000 on a ship in that game when the game wasn't fully out yet.
Mm-hmm. It's still not out. And what would I told you if what if I told you that your boss doesn't qualify for this offer? Why do you
Has someone
think
spent
your
more?
boss? Why do you think your boss wouldn't be allowed to buy this bundle?
Is there only one? And is it like a crazy amount
Oh, you'll see. Because it's only open to people who have at least spent 10,000 US dollars.
in the game?
Yes. And how much do you think?
Yay!
How much do you think this bundle of ships has got cost? I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Not this much worth, but there's a lot of shit.
Makes me so sad
Yeah,
that people have money to spend.
if you know
here.
that the entry requirement
Ugh,
is
it's 10 grand.
$10,000, what do you think
I'm gonna say
the price of the bundle is?
I'm gonna say 50.
50. You know what? You're not fucking far off. It is
No way.
$48,000.
Fuck off, man.
Yes, it contains yeah, the item page. The Legatus 2953 pack. It will cost $48,000, even though the game's not out.
175 vessels. So
Yeah, exactly.
not only do you play a game and you sit in a ship and you pilot a ship with some friends who can do other things around the ship, but you will have no need for 175 different ships unless you wanted to sell those in game for money that doesn't exist, for probably the equivalent of £1 per ship. So wise investment,
no, actually,
everybody.
pound per ship. Do you want to know how much it is per ship? So I just
In-game.
did the maths there.
How much is it per ship?
$274.29.
That sounds like something Elon Musk would buy
I mean,
because it's so
he
stupid.
could only buy it if he spent 10 grand. If he hasn't, then he's not allowed to.
Oh, I forgot about that requirement. Maybe he isn't elite enough.
But like, I mean, they've clearly made it. You know, they've clearly made it for the whales. Like, they know who their target audience is. They know they're not going to get everybody, but they know they're going to get some people if the entry requirement is you already spending 10 grand.
Somebody on YouTube would probably be that person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend the money that I got off my last video talking about Star Citizenships, buying the Star Citizenships.
I mean, I really
So-
want, like, I hope that the people who absolutely love this game, I hope it's amazing. I really do.
Yeah.
I hope it comes out. I hope it's amazing. I hope everyone loves it.
Exactly.
But, like, you can understand from the outside looking in, it's insane.
It's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Who am I to tell people what to spend their money on?
Wow, that's...
But I can tell you that if I had $48,000 in the bank, I wouldn't be blowing it away on imaginary spaceships.
Well,
I'd be
I mean-
buying a house.
I mean, Fry gave a very blunt response, and that was for the price you could buy friends to play the game with. Here's where you're wrong, because
like-
the game isn't out yet.
I would like to buy friends. Mackie D, will you be my friend? I have £5.
Perfect. I'll take it.
Yay!
Now,
See, I don't have to spend 10 grand for a friend, Fry. Come
speaking of zombie children...
on. Yeah?
Now, apparently this is a thing on YouTube. Have you heard about zombie children on YouTube?
Right. Is this like a Gen X, Gen Alpha,
No,
Gen...
So, right. If you haven't heard of it, I haven't heard of it, then YouTube's done a good job, but why is it on the site initially? You know what I mean? YouTube's like algorithms clearly done a good job because not many people have heard about it. I've literally only heard about it when YouTube commented on it. Because AI are making zombie children for grifters making money off children from the dead.
What? Hold up. Grifters
You
on
can read it,
YouTube
but
will have to
don't
find
say
new
it.
ways to make
Don't
money
say
off-
it. Oh yeah, it's not great.
Am I not allowed to say that word?
No, over in India, this Indian woman has
Okay.
been speaking only an hour a day for the last 32 years.
I wish I had her stoicism. I chat shit for goodness knows how long.
I like that she did a vow of silence.
She's not very good. If
No,
she's
she's not very
speaking.
good. She's like, I'll allocate at least an hour.
Uh-huh. Um. Have you seen the man who put his hand up and didn't take it down, and now his hand's frozen in place, or his
No.
arm's frozen in place, up in the same position? Yeah. So there's a man who's grew his hair, a lady who's grew her fingernails, someone who's grew their toenails, and someone who's kept their hand in the air. There's someone who's sat cross-legged, all in the name of
Guinness.
the gods.
Oh, I thought you were going to say world records.
But it's a very funny thing, and I hope she lives a long, happy, and healthy life.
Yeah, I mean,
because
she's
I
85.
couldn't
She's
do what
doing
she
well.
does. It would take a whole lot of inner self-control not to shout at someone who is pissing us off.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not my hour yet. Do that later.
there's another story from India. And the question I have for you, April, do you think Lee could impersonate you?
He has done many a time, and it's very funny. It's not
Interesting.
spot on.
No, I mean, if like you had, let's say, an interview, and Lee went in your place, do you think you'd get away with it?
Oh, I think I know what story this is. So,
Uh-huh.
isn't it the person who wanted to do a exam asked
Uh-huh.
their brother and or sister to step in for them, and they were caught halfway through the exam?
You're not too far off, but you it's slightly different. You see, this Indian man puts lipstick on and makeup to impersonate his girlfriend during an exam.
Oh, his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And is
Like-
that wait, hold up. Is that his girlfriend in the picture?
Yes. The girlfriend's on the card.
Wow, they look a lot more alike.
Yeah,
than
they're
I
pretty good.
thought they would.
You know what? Apparently it fooled the staff. But do you want to know what it didn't?
Biometric scanners.
Why is there a biometric scanner? I don't
Oh,
think
it
I've
sounds
ever
like-
taken an exam, but I've had to pass biometrics first.
Yeah, well, normally it's your fingerprint. There's quite a lot of countries that have fingerprints before exams. I think China is one of them.
God, honestly.
But to be honest, they look at. Ooh,
Bless you. Are you sleepy?
They look at. I don't know. I'm just yawning. I've got a stuffed dinosaur that I'm resting my chin on. I've just yawned at him.
It's a fair choice. Don't worry, we've only got a few more stories left, and then you can go to
No,
bed.
no, I'm not tired. I'm just yawning. But I'm incredibly impressed at how alike these two look. And
Yeah,
I wish
they-
them a long and happy relationship.
Honestly, like if I really do think that if they didn't, literally if they didn't do,
The scanners.
like if they didn't have biomedical scanners, they would have gotten away with it.
Yeah,
If it wasn't for those meddling techies. Now, what do you think about wearing a cardboard box? Do you think that's indecent?
Is it a curvy cardboard box? Is it a skin tight cardboard box,
No.
Heidi?
What if I told you that it had holes cut in so that people could grope?
I mean, where
Because
are they wearing
over
it
in
to?
Korea,
Whoa!
this lady is wearing a cardboard box with holes for groping, and she's been charged with obscene exposure.
I mean, considering that she's asking people to grope her, then yes, I fully understand.
Technically,
that.
yeah,
That's
like
a
it's like obscene exposure. Because of
weird
the intent,
charge.
it's more of the
Mhm.
intent rather than what you're wearing.
Yeah, completely. And I think that they had to charge her with something, so at least to get her off the street. And
It's freedom
top
of
of that-
expression. I don't think I should be charged for indecent exposure.
at the end of the day, I think that if you're willing to have people touch you indecently, that's your prerogative. Maybe not on public streets, though. So I can fully see why that happened and that she was arrested for it. She could have quite easily done this in
Anyway,
privacy
yeah,
somewhere and would have still gotten a good video or whatever she
yeah.
wants to get out of it.
It's apparently art. Um,
Yeah, in an art
it's
gallery,
just
love.
strange because technically it's like when you think of indecent exposure, it's like
You
yes,
have your
but
bats out.
like she's not she's clothed. It's just the
Yes.
intent behind the clothing is there. It's like having a what's it called, like a twister, and then you've got like a red spot on either your penis or your breasts, and it's like, yeah, spin this. Now, would you think it would be if it was cheaper to live in a hotel than a house? Would you do it?
uh, it depends on what the amenities the hotel has, how big the room was, if I
Well, this
could
is it.
like. Uh,
Yep. Family moves in a hotel suite to permanently save money.
at the end of the day, people do this all the time in loads of different countries. I think that's quite common in America for people to live in hotels for long periods of time, if not a lot of time. But I think I understand that to be more celebrities. If it's the case that they can't afford rent and they have working adults in the household, then I think it says more about the socio-economic layout of that country than it does them being
Like,
smart about
so
their money.
it's got 2 bedrooms.
Uh huh.
It's a family of 8.
It must be a difficult living situation if you
Yep,
have that many family
140
members.
US dollars a day, but that includes electricity, heating, and water, and parking.
Considering that they find it cheaper and it's $140 a day, then I would not like to think about what the normal rates there are like monthly to live in a house. And especially if that constitutes 8 people in that household on top of your bills, then I don't blame them for doing what they can to get by.
Yeah.
Right now, it's a horrible time to live in with money.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, at the end of the day, I wish them luck, and I hope that they were paid a decent amount of money for selling that story to whatever papers they sold it to, and weren't just left hung out to dry by the media.
Oh, yeah. Now, April, if
Yes,
I gave you some of my blood and it saved your life, would you sue me?
I should hope fucking not. I should hope I'd be more decent than that. If anything, I would thank
You'd
you.
be more decent
I'd
than
be
that. I would sue you politely.
Well, I am a very polite person, Mackie D, so all of the suing notes would be like, please and thank you.
Dear Andrew, it has come to my attention that you have provided your own blood as life-saving water. Please find attached a subpoena. Kind regards, April.
Exactly, that's exactly how I would do it.
And the reason I
But
mention
no,
it
whoever's
is because of this
sorry.
Jehovah's Witness.
Jehovah's Witness
Mm-hmm.
are people
Yes.
who don't normally agree to blood transfusions. So
Yes. Jehovah's Witness sues county for receiving life-saving blood transfusion against her will.
I think she has, if she's an adult, she has every right to refuse surgery and to refuse any surgical procedures done on her, considering this is with her faith, and that if they went above her head to save her life, then I believe that she has every right to sue, because there's such a thing called bodily autonomy in the medical field. I don't know if that's specifically what it's called, but you have the
She
right to refuse treatment.
Where she essentially signed like 3 different things saying, you can perform surgery on me. But she did
Oh,
she verbally said that's fine, I accept it. So she signed it and then she went, okay, just don't give me any blood.
I think that's also a mistake on her behalf in this instance. A verbal consent is still consent in a lot of ways, especially
Yeah.
in medical terms. But if you've signed forms, you should specifically make it clear during the paperwork side of things that that's not something you were wanting either. So I think in this instance, it's probably 75% the hospital's messed up and 25% her. But at the end of the day, she's got her own body and she can choose what she
Yeah,
wants to do.
that's fully correct.
Mm.
Now,
It's a funny one, that.
April, are you a stubborn person?
No. Well,
Well, what if I
on
said
some issues.
what if I said what if I did everything possible to try and get you to stop something, but you wanted to do it anyway. But I can't legally get you to stop something unless you go, fine, I'll stop. Let's say I was your employer and I wanted you to quit.
Oh, I would make your
Instead
life
of-
a living hell.
Well, they're going to try and make your life a living hell because this company moves offices to the remote mountain area to force its employees to quit.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour commute one way. It
So
would be nigh
why-
on impossible for those without a car.
So why have they done all this instead of just firing people?
To avoid paying them compensation.
Surely the move to another location in the mountains.
The fact is, though, they
Would
can just
probably
say,
cost
this is
as
where
much.
your work is, and it could just be a shack in the middle of the woods.
I mean, valid point, but regardless, that's some shitty business practices
course
right
it is.
there. And
Where do you think this is?
I think that is. I have spoiled itself
You have
by
spoiled
reading
it.
a part of it, so I'm gonna say
It's China.
Jiang City in China.
That was
in the
very good.
Shanxi province. I'm a mind reader, Makini.
Of course, here this would be a constructive dismissal, would cost them 100 times as much as redundancy. Yeah, that is fair. Now, April, maybe you
Yes.
want to learn. So,
I do like learning.
if you were in a Florida school, what book?
You've set this up
What
to
book?
be.
What book has
Uh-huh.
been banned? But it's one of the most common books in the
I hope
world
it's
that
the
isn't
Bible.
the Bible.
Oh, that isn't the Bible. Most common books. The dictionary?
Yes, the dictionary.
They fucking banned
Oh,
the
don't worry.
dictionary.
Don't worry, they also banned the encyclopedia.
Yo. It's gonna get to the point where they go into sexual education classes and they're not allowed to say penis or vagina. I'm surprised if they haven't just banned sex ed classes altogether and then all the bands are gonna get pregnant.
Well,
This is
it's
just
because the
fucked up,
works,
man.
the works, you know, the dictionary. When I think of literary works, I think of the dictionary. I do liked it when Aaron and his abacus went to Alabama.
I like how on the drawer
It says come.
Webster's. Yeah, I was about to. It says culture to come, and then to kun and cup.
Yeah, so you ever heard that saying to, you know, to like forgive is divine. It's like to culture is to come. To kun is to comf. Yeah, because they're just thinking that students will go, what does penis mean? Close the book and then put it back.
The
I
fear
have
of
had my
knowledge.
mind corrupted.
Yeah, exactly. The fear of knowledge in these people.
Encyclopedia. That's weird. The encyclopedia says guns are bad. Ban it.
Wait, Wikipedia exists. Like,
Well, they
fucking
can't ban
Google
that
exists,
on
and
the
they
internet.
can't
They can't ban that on the internet, but they might be able to do it if the internet is like local. You know how like on your school you could ban certain websites.
Yeah, but kids have mobile phones. They're not making any sense. They literally took one look at that and went, that has the word penis in it. Shouldn't be allowed in this. Let's go.
I
And
mean,
then
you
they
know,
ran with it.
I don't know many kids or anyone in any kind of like, you know, year of school who's like, "Hey, librarian, can I take out the dictionary?
Completely.
I've heard it's a wild read."
Yeah, it's the raunchy stuff I'm after teach. Oh man,
50 Shades of Webster's.
I'm
Jesus.
getting frustrated at this. Can I have a picture of a puppy, please?
No.
No,
Okay, maybe.
thank you.
Hold on, I'll get you a picture of a dog. Would you like
Thank
dog under things?
Dog under things is good.
Here is dog under things.
Oh, it's under the sideboard.
He's very cozy, just chilling. He's
Look
like,
at him.
I
He
like it
does
here.
look. He
He
does
looks
look
very
very
sad.
relaxed and very sad. Exactly.
He
His little
does.
crossed feet make him look so relaxed. His little
Yeah.
eyes are like, I am so lonely.
Like Shiloh's a very emotive dog.
He is.
Now, what do you think of singing?
I love singing.
Good. Do you think you can sing for 127 hours?
If it's non-stop, fuck no, because I will lose my voice within the first two. But if it's like with breaks, then I would give it a shot.
Well, this woman is attempting to sing continuously for 127 hours, because the current record is 126 hours and 52 minutes.
I don't know how this is possible, but good on her, and I hope for the best, because that sounds like it would be a right pain in the arse. Can you imagine walking into the bank and being like, "Can I have my 20?"
You know, singing in that opening to the song. That's the whisper. It's like, "Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear." It's just that bit over and over again. It. Doesn't say it needs to be the full song. She's doing 4 Meatloaf songs. Yes, like everything is belting.
Exactly.
Just like she's just doing songs. I'd love it if she was just doing all instrumentals.
Boom, boom, boom.
Or she's just doing the bit from "Feel Good" by the Gorillaz. It's just dun 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 dun. Feel good. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, you know what song she could sing? Dun, 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 dun,
oh, Tequila! Oh my god, yes, that is the perfect one. Dun, 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 dun. Tequila.
Tequila.
It's like I have to sing all the songs and I have to sing it for 127 hours, no problem. Tequila.
God, can you imagine 127 hours of the Tequila song? By the end of it, I would be...
Chiquitos, fuck!
Oh, by the end of that, I would be sick of my own voice, I can tell you that. I wish
it would, for me, it would be like tequila isn't a word anymore.
No, it would lose all meaning after the 7th time round, for sure.
I'd be like, tequila, what is that, an animal? Tequila?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a porcupine or something. Now, we obviously have really cheap drinks. The Americans have one as well. It's called White Claw.
Oh.
Have you heard of White Claw?
I do enjoy a White Claw, yes. Have you had them before?
Apparently they're garbage. I've not had them.
They are garbage, but they're the type of garbage that you can get away with drinking a lot of them and not mind.
Now,
it's
what
flavored
do you think
sparkling water with alcohol.
Yeah, but what if it was 0% alcohol?
Then that's just a drink. That's just a sparkling water drink.
Which tastes like ass.
Yeah, they exist already, so it makes a lot of sense that they've made them into just normal drinks. They only had like 2% alcohol in them, or 0.5%. They were very low alcohol, in other words.
And obviously, sometimes a drink is better with ice. So,
yes.
What do you think we should do with the icebergs that are melting?
If you say turn them into ice, I'm going to turn my computer off.
Well, don't do that. There's still a few stories left.
No, wait. They're turning it into ice.
You see, Greenland is starting a business where they're shipping glacial ices to cocktail bars in the United Arab Emirates.
This is just
someone is going
man.
to get like a million-year-old disease from one of these things that has been frozen in the permafrost.
Corona Part 2, no!
God, it's ridiculous. I love that he's just like, yep, fished this up this morning.
Oh, there'll be plenty more. Climate change is doing that for her.
He's like, might as well make some money, you know?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, no, I am angry about this. It's supposed to stay in the water, and it's supposed to be keeping the temperatures of the water down. You fishing it out is fucking it up. Stop.
But the Arab Emirates is hot, and it's keeping their drinks cool.
They have something called a refrigerator, Mackie D, and also a fridge freezer, so they can fuck off.
This is keeping their drinks cool.
I don't like the world anymore, Mackie D. I want to get off.
Tattoos, then. We covered them before.
Yes. Yes.
3D.
That's cool.
Yep.
Oh, look at that one.
Yeah, they
It's
actually
so
work.
goofy.
Just so you know, they actually work with 3D glasses. If you have red blue 3D glasses,
Nice.
they do work.
I would totally get a tattoo like this. I'm down. Oh, they're pretty.
Mm. And the fact that
That's
they're
a really
3D as well,
talented
it's
tattoo
very good.
artist. Yeah.
The last art thing, and then we're on to tunnels and holes.
Oh, I like a good hole.
What's weird, there's lots of tunnel and hole stories for some reason this week, because Weird News likes to just, no matter where you are in the world, it just congregates around a topic. First is this artist, who's creating intriguing optical illusions.
Oh, that's sick. That's so cool. He does look like, what's his name? DJ Khaled.
Yes, no, I say it.
That looks like a baby. This dude's super talented.
Mm.
Oh, wow. If it's graffiti spray paint, it takes an awful lot of talent to be able to manipulate the paint in the can like that to make it hyper realistic or realistic enough to look like
It's very good.
a person.
I do love optical illusions.
Very much so. And then to also put the added thing of having that as an optical illusion, very, very talented man. He should be like super proud of his work.
Now, what do you think of potholes?
I hate the buggers.
Well, this is a miraculous pothole that allegedly has shook a dead man back to life.
Oh no, I've read this story. Wasn't he in an ambulance going back to the hospital? He died in the ambulance on the way, and then the jolt restarted his heart.
Yes.
That's insane. I mean, you could put it as the miracle pothole, and then have everybody else die in it.
Yeah, you could put it as the miracle pothole and keep it. But how much?
Just flip over in the cars.
How much are governments going to be like? Yeah, potholes are great. It saves people.
The government will take that and run for sure, just so it doesn't have to fill it in.
Now, speaking of holes, this pensioner, a 70-year-old plunges 130 feet to his death below a hole he dug in his kitchen floor because he dreamed that there was gold buried beneath his house.
Who has a 175-foot ladder?
And apparently, also, him and his friend built it. His friend was just like, I'll help you, but I'm telling you this is a fucking stupid idea.
I mean...
He's like, yep, said there was gold, fucking idiot.
What?
Like, it's insane.
That is just... I don't have any words for this. I am sad that he's passed away, but I'm also sad they didn't seek him mental help after the first 10 meters.
Yeah,
and be
like,
John, this is enough.
His mate is just like, I brought the shovel.
Yeah.
But that's not the only tunnel story or hole story. Now, how about a secret tunnel in a New York City synagogue leads to a brawl between police and worshippers?
I have also seen this one. Now, the funny thing is, someone tweeted a while back saying, hey, I can hear Jewish people underneath my floorboards. I swear they're speaking Yiddish, and I don't know what's going on. Everyone replied to him saying, yo, dude, I think you're crazy. Go and see a doctor. And the next thing you know, turns out his house was on top of one of these tunnels, and he was like, I fucking told you so!
The Jews are hiding!
Yeah! It sounded absolutely mental.
No,
and
I mean,
honest,
that's a fair assessment. Like, honestly, most people think he's a bit mental just for that.
Yeah, I would think I was mental if I heard Jewish people underneath my floorboards. For sure I would.
Now,
but if
that's not the
if it turned out to be true, I wouldn't second guess myself ever again.
But that's not the only hole-related thing with police, because man tunnels his way into car dealership in Shawshank burglary attempt.
What's he gonna do? Get the car through the hole? What?
I don't know what his logic is. Look,
from a car dealership.
He tunneled in. Maybe he was going for a moped.
Right, he broke into a used car dealership, and when he didn't see what he wanted tunneled away into another car dealership next door.
Yes.
What is he going to put through the hole? Is it PCs? Is it the office chair that's in that? Oh God, the logic, the logic has gone from
I
this
love
weird
that.
news.
I love that his first thought, instead of breaking a window or doing anything, he was like, hole.
Yeah, and
Perfect.
then on top of that, it's a used car dealership.
Yep.
So they're not very high value cars. Break your way into a Mercedes Benz dealership and steal the car keys, I might understand. But even then, if it's anything like the car dealerships we have here,
Oh yeah.
they're probably inside of a fucking building.
Well, I thought the perfect way to end this was to look at some tunnels and holes.
Oh, I love a good hole.
They do say any hole is a goal, and obviously these tunnels are a goal to get to one place to another.
Oh, exactly.
Now, I thought we'll just be quick because, we can't see through the hole. Most of them would be dark, what with them being tunnels.
We can appreciate its holiness,
yes.
though.
Ooh, mountain tunnel.
Nice.
Chinese light tunnel.
Oh, that one
That's
actually
cool.
looks like very funky.
It is very
I've
cool. However,
seen-
it would be hellish to drive. Imagine having that would be horrible. This one would be fine. Norway tunnel.
That's very cool.
Not really a
that's
tunnel.
cool.
Kind of think it's bullshit.
It is bullshit, especially if you have a big car.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit. 20 minutes. Subject drives 20 minutes of boredom. So
What, on the
So
on
they
the
divide
Norway
the tunnel
tunnel?
into several sections, each with its own lighting. I guess they're
Keep the
defining
drivers
tunnel. I
engaged.
guess they're defining tunnel. Interestingly, the Hadron Collider. Yeah, technically.
I
it's
love
a
the
tunnel.
Hadron Collider. If you have the chance to look up some fun facts about the Hadron Collider, I would totally do so
Oh,
because
yeah.
they are fascinating.
Channel tunnel. Yep.
That's a long tunnel.
That's-
Apparently, it takes a Eurostar 20 minutes to get through, which I think is insane.
Tokyo Bay Aqualine. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Bamboo Forest. Would you say that a
That's
people
cool.
tunnel? I guess
Yeah, it's a people tunnel, but I'll give it a pass.
because it's cool. The Shalom Terminal in Jerusalem. That's quite cool.
It was dug beneath the city.
When in
Interesting.
Jerusalem.
Yeah, it's its only natural spring apparently. That would be really interesting to visit.
Few more tunnels before we go. The Tower
I've
Tunnel
seen
in Japan.
these. They're crazy. Can you
What?
imagine though being the tunnel just above that and having?
I just imagine working in a fucking building.
Yeah, completely.
Yep, that fucking tree again. This one I love.
That's cool. That
This
looks like something
is-
out of a Hayao Miyazaki movie.
Well, what it reminds us of is there's a scene in Thomas the Tank Engine, the live-action movie from
Oh,
ages
okay.
ago, which is like this.
Clearly,
it was inspired by it.
Oh, that's so cute.
I absolutely fucking love this. I think this
Yes.
this is great tunnel. 10 out of 10. Great
This
tunnel.
is great.
Great
but I
hole.
like this.
Love this hole. Rock tunnel. It's like the tree one. Fucking stupid.
No, it's impressive.
A rock has just fallen over.
Yes. Tunnel of fish.
Tunnel
I
of
have
fish?
been through a tunnel of fish.
I'm pretty sure that's just called an aquarium.
Yes.
It's 70 meters.
Oh, that's very long actually. That's cool.
I mean, it's pretty impressive, but it's still just an aquarium.
Mm.
The
L
L
tunnel.
tunnel.
What is that?
It's clearly
Oh,
from
it's
the
the L
50s.
train. Cute. It has no purpose.
Yep. Natural tunnel. It's a rock. It's a hole.
Yep.
And this thing, which looks
Oh.
like it should be out of a fantasy game, the Guilin
Yeah.
tunnel. This is a human tunnel. This thing,
It looks like
Fucking-
Mario Kart.
fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah, I would walk through it for sure. You know those
Oh.
videos where you see people walking down those really, really steep cliffs?
Yes, yes.
I want
No,
to
I know
do
exactly
that,
what
but
you
I
mean.
am fucking bad with heights. And I didn't know bad with stairs, sorry, and I didn't realize I was.
But yes, that is the end of weird news.
Aw.
I know, don't worry. There will be more weird news tomorrow, and I'll be streaming with Mike tomorrow.
Oh, ooh.
And maybe we can stream some lovely games at some point next week.
Yes.
But what we'll do is we will call it there. Thank you, April, for joining me, and thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. And we shall catch you
Have a lovely day, everyone.
later. Goodbye.
Bye.